Hello and welcome to Ancestral Ascensions. My name is Trish, and if you haven't seen me before, welcome. I do believe there is a message here from Spirit for you. So I am going to get some cards here from Spirit, anything that the collective needs to know here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles can be about like holding on to money too tightly, kind of a bit of like a lack mentality. Yeah, so the Four of Pentacles here. So, all right. Let's see if we can get more details around this then. All right, so the first one we have here is the Fool. So beginning a new journey, something that you're quite happy about. This is an inspirational journey here, a new beginning, right? So a new beginning here. Then we have the Page of Cups, which is about something emotionally fulfilling. Cups are about emotion. And with the page, it could be about creativity or feeling sensitive about something. And then we have the Knight of Swords. And so the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving energy in the deck here. Can be this knight in shining armor. So what I'm getting here is that you have begun a new journey here. And you may feel a little bit sensitive or confused about this journey with this Page of Cups. But you have a lot of creativity here as well. And with the Knight of Swords coming in, we see a lot of fast action, ambition, maybe even taking a risk in terms of this new journey that you're on. You might feel like you're really taking a risk here. Okay. But we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about destiny, that the wheel is turning in your favor. We have the Hierophant. This can be about teaching others, being called to teach others your wisdom, or it can be also about learning a lesson. It can also be about, like your traditional values, ethics, morals, those kinds of things here. So with that Hierophant, I do feel that it is turning in your favor, and I am getting that you are in this Hierophant position, that you do have the skills and abilities here to teach people, to teach others. We also have the Death card, which is about death and transformation or a rebirth. And we have the Chariot. Wow, that's awesome. So another major arcana here. We have a lot of major arcanas in this reading so far, and the Chariot, of course, is about balance. It is about victory. It's about being seen. It is also about traveling. So maybe you will be moving house or traveling somewhere here. So that's Death and the Chariot card here together. So this is this new transformation is going to possibly allow you to be able to travel. But what I'm getting is that it is traveling in terms of a purpose. I see the two stars are really drawing my attention right above this gentleman's head here, the victor. So I feel like this traveling that you are doing is well-earned travel. So it's more of like a higher level. So maybe not traveling for vacation purposes, but more meaningful travel is kind of what I'm seeing here. All right, let's get some more information around that. I absolutely love this so far. This is a powerful reading with all of these major arcanas. Let's get some more details around this new journey for the collective. Okay. Okay, so this new journey that you've been called to is again this calling. We have the Judgment card coming up here. So maybe you've recently felt like you were needing to follow intuition, feeling maybe you've gone through a recent awakening or a realization here, and have begun this new journey, right? You're stepping out onto a whole new path here. What about this Page of Cups, which can be about sensitivity, about creativity, and maybe even just like an innocence of some sort here? What else can we get from this new journey? Any details on this Page of Cups? Spirit. Okay, I'm just going to go with these. Wow. Way too many here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, so we do have some more fast-moving energy here in terms of communication, inspiration. Can also mean like, taking action as well. So with this Page of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups, and this is about wish fulfillment. So whatever it is that you're embarking on with your creativity, it is going to bring in this wish fulfillment that we see here. So this new journey that you're on, it is something. It's like you have unique skills, is kind of what I'm getting with this Page of Cups. So. So skills and abilities that others maybe don't have. This is this is what you're offering here to the world with this Page of Cups. Very unique, balanced, creative energy that is bringing in this wish fulfillment on this new fool's journey that you're on here. With the Knight of Swords, we have the Five of Cups, which is about resenting things from the past, or kind of looking at the past and saying, oh, like I kind of wish that I had done that, or that was really disappointing. um, you know fear around this, but he's focusing on those three cups in front of him that are spilt over when there's actually two here behind him. And if he did just turn around, that he would realize that he would see the two cups as well as the bridge that goes over to the castle and behind there as well. So what I'm getting is, with this Knight of Swords, making it, your ambition to move away from or leave this feeling of, all these things that you've tried. So you are absolutely moving away from that, or there could be someone here who is helping you to move away from this disappointment. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant, we do have the Queen of Cups as well as the Two of Wands. So the Queen of Cups is about, being very empathetic, being kind, calm, very in touch with your emotions, very balanced, very receptive, can, create relationships fairly easily. And this is your destiny. You're destined to be this kind, caring, very emotionally balanced person here, being this queen. And with the Hierophant, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about, really believing in your own personal power. It's about justice, boldness, dominion, making a decision, or planning your first steps. So, so I was correct in saying that you did have something to offer, something to teach to others here. And maybe you're just right here in the planning stages right now. So you've got a really good idea. Um, you know, you can see that this is a divinely guided with the Hierophant looking up toward the divine with that beautiful light cascading down onto his head. And then you see the planning stage here. I guess maybe it might look better this way to you. I'm not sure. Where he's looking out, into the horizon with the world in his hands, and he's in this planning stage. Okay, this is how I'm going to go about doing whatever this teaching is, right? About maybe being this very emotionally balanced and kind, empathetic person. Um, but let's get some cards around this death and rebirth, this major arcana that the collective has here, as well as the Chariot. We can get 2 more cards here, Spirit. Okay. This one. And this one. Okay, so with this death card, or this death and rebirth card, it is about, sorry, we have the 7 of Pentacles that's coming out for more details around this new transition or transformation. And it is something about seeds that you have planted in the past regarding your financial stability or security. You see with this gentleman looking at all of these pentacles, these are like skills and abilities, right? Anything that's going to be able to bring in this financial security for you. So he's kind of checking in on some of those seeds that he's planted here in the past, checking to see if there is something that is whether or not it's worthwhile to continue on this path, or whether we should do something different here. And so with this transformation, I do feel that you have you're looking at doing something different here, out of necessity, right? Like it's almost like for this financial stability, you are making a transition out of this necessity. What I do like that it is the 7 of Pentacles, and 7 to me is about spirituality. It's about divine guidance. And then we have the Moon card, and this is what's coming up with the Chariot. And it can be about like, they call it the dark night of the soul, or knowing, in the middle of the night where it seems toughest, that there will be a new dawn in the morning here with the moon and the sun there. But it is also about using your intuition. It is about the subconscious mind here. I want to get some more information here, Spirit, around the Chariot with the Moon card. What else can the collective know about this recent transformation in the Chariot here? What other details can we get? More direction, more advice. Okay. So we do see the 5 of Swords in the reverse. It is about, testing your strength and ability, being assertive as well. What else do we have here? We have the Wounded Warrior, and the reverse, and it can be about kind of being defensive here. And then we have the Star card, so absolutely beautiful. All that. So what I'm absolutely getting here is that with this moon in the Chariot, that you will be this rising star. This, I love this. And you're going to travel. And you're going to travel. And the reason why is because you've really tapped into your intuition. You have, you're a very approachable person. You have the strength and the courage to be able to come up against any obstacle that you're faced with, really, because of everything that you've gone through here. You've really tapped into this intuition, and there has been a whole lot of healing going on here, which is making you this star. And so, with the Chariot, it is, this travel that we see here, the success and victory. You've very successfully healed yourself, and you will be traveling around. You will be able to show others, the way through, all of these, being frustrated and being fearful and being defensive. You're going to be able to show others the way through. That's exactly what I'm getting for that. Okay, let's go with this one. Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's get a few more details on this reading here, Spirit. What does the collective need to know about this new journey? What would help them as they move forward here? I'll take these last two. So the first one coming out is Treasure Island. And that is the number 9. So it is about completion, completing a cycle here with the number 9. And I think you're headed right towards this Treasure Island. Lots of abundance coming in for you here. And with the water, I feel like you've really worked on your emotional stability. And you see all of this beautiful love and abundance that is coming from that turtle. I'm going to get some more information on Treasure Island here. But we also have regeneration coming up. So remember the death and rebirth card here? We have the regeneration card. So this transition, it is about regenerating. It is your destiny to follow through with this when we see this Wheel of Fortune, because you are this Queen of Cups. And this is where you're heading. So you are absolutely regenerating in terms of yourself. We have the number 46, which reduces down to a 10, and which is a 1. And so it is about this rebirth. You're going through this rebirth feeling. I just love this too. I get this sense that there is like this power that's coming up from the earth when I see the fire here in terms of this regeneration, which is really fueling this new wave of energy that's coming in for you, totally regenerating you. And then this final card is To Be Fair. And what I believe here is happening is Spirit is, this karmic justice here. He's bringing in all of the things that were meant to come to you maybe in the past that haven't been able to come to fruition. Maybe things were sort of blocking those blessings that were coming in. But now with this number 38, which is the number 11, which is a master number, and it is all about this leadership and this, taking action, taking this divine step forward. And it is about bringing things here into balance. So what an absolutely beautiful reading. If you are starting a new journey that you are going to be traveling in, I'd really like to hear about it. But thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Trish, and maybe we get to see you next time. Take good care.